Hey everyone, Lego MacVlogger is back. Sorry it's been a while since I've vlogged, but back when I was in Orange City, there wasn't a lot to really vlog about. Goodness me, this sun is so bright I can't see my screen and it's on full brightness. Goodness me. So yeah, I am back at the University of Iowa now. Been here for a while. It is Thursday, which you all know what that means, and that's where I'm headed to right now, the library. Woo! Yes, so yeah, the day that this vlog is going up will be, of course, tomorrow, Friday, the day that the earliest you guys could be watching this, which I'm also going to be posting on my blog, which I also haven't done in a while, and I'll explain more there. I'm not going to explain too much here, just because, yeah, it is a little cold out, and I'll be able to type a lot more and everything than what I'd be able to right here in saying. So yep, be expecting an explanation there pretty soon. Very odd traffic right now at the moment. So yes, I am back, so I'll be doing the Thursday vlogs for sure, and I don't know about any other day. Tuesdays I already have rowing class and that's in the morning, so I may be vlogging that day. Otherwise, depending on homework, hi boss, depending on homework, those are going to be days I'm going to be editing, in which hopefully today, Friday, when this is going up, hopefully I'll also have a Lego Batman going up, which will be awesome, in which, yes, it should be very, very hilarious, just because, one, it took me forever to try and edit. Number two, you'll find out why. So stay tuned for that. Yes. Other things. Hopefully this weekend I will try to edit together some of the Game Dev Tycoon my brother and I played, because I want to get that all edited together so I can throw that out. That way I can continue playing again, even though my brother won't be playing it with me. So yes, that's something to look forward to. I switched hands if things seemed a little weird. So yes, there's that to look forward to. And yes, one of the things I always say is, especially on Thursdays when I go to the library, give me all of your music, movies, and book suggestions. Although book suggestions I'll also just keep on hold, only because dump truck. Only because some of my classes I could have quite a bit of reading to do some days, so might not be able to read that much in my free time. And there's a couple books that my girlfriend suggested me to read, so I'll be reading those at some point too. I wouldn't mind reading at least the first Game of Thrones book, so I could watch the first season or so of that, just because tons of people recommend it to me, but you know, I'm a stickler and I have to stick to my rule, read the book first. Definitely music. Music is always the hardest thing for me to find, so definitely music, and yeah, movies and TV shows. So yes, so yeah, I will probably get back to you guys once I'm back from the library. Alrighty everyone, I'm back in my room. I was doing some homework and I had a bag full of library stuff, so yes, let me show some of that off to you. Some of it I took out earlier. I don't know why I picked it back up, but for music, the new Pentatonic CD, which I haven't listened to. I don't know if I've actually listened to any. Oh, I've listened to Can't Sleep Love. That's the only one I've actually listened to from YouTube, but I haven't listened to any of the other ones. And then Hobbit: Desolation of Smog, because I really love the Hobbit soundtracks, and they didn't have the first one, so I was like, might as well do the second, because then they also have the third one too. So that's really good. I get books, I have many books. I got number 25, 26, and 27 of Fairy Tale. I got a couple Fairy Tale the Sunday, the day after I got back here, just because I needed something to read and occupy my time a little bit. So I was like, Fairy Tale will do that, of course. I forgot the ending to after everybody in Fairy Tale comes back from Edelus from the parallel world from the anime. I forgot how that ended. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, I forgot about that. And yeah, the waterworks just were unleashed. Yeah, it was not a good idea to read that after having my mother and brother drop me off just a couple days before. Not the best idea of mine, but it's been so long since I've watched that. So yeah, so now actually these two actually bring me within like a couple episodes of where I left off the first time I started watching Fairy Tail, which is awesome. It's very, very awesome because the books I think go to like 40 something at the library, so wherever they leave off there is probably when I'm going to start back up in actual episodes at some point, so I have those to keep me busy. And I've heard this is such a great phenomenon out, and people have all over the YouTubes and stuff have been mentioning it. They had book 1 and 2 of One Punch Man, which I know absolutely none about, except that he's bald, his red gloves, and he's yellow. It's about all I know. That's all I know. So that'll be interesting. Supposedly, it's really super good. So yes, I have that there, and let's see. Yes, that, and then of course movies. So some of it, just because some of them are shorter, like 2 discs from season 5 of Mythbusters, which I'm really happy about, because the Orange City Library, we had seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 in Mega Movie Myths. So I was like, oh, I don't know why they stopped. I think it was because, you know, I wanted them to get some in the first place, and that's all they really got. So luckily they have season 5, which I need to start from, just because I want to try and get through all of them. Granted, I'm starting with disc 2 and 3. They didn't have 1, so I'll have to wait for that. Come back, and these are just, yeah, just a couple episodes, so those are just something really quick. Then I also got Robin Williams' Weapons of Self-Destruction and Face Off, because Robin Williams is hilarious, and I've seen this advertised on YouTube multiple times, and I was like, oh, okay. It's a bit older, from a couple of years ago, so that, and then Face Off is one I've been meaning to watch for eons, just because I've heard it's such a great one. Granted, I'm not a huge John Travolta fan, but I am a big Nick Cage fan, so I've heard this is definitely one to watch, so I'm definitely looking very forward to that. So yes, otherwise, I almost dropped you. Otherwise, for big books, I did get Ready Player One, which, if you don't know anything about, it's basically just to fuel 80s nostalgia, almost, from what I've heard. 80s nostalgia and gaming, so definitely something I'd suggest, though I'm only like 30 pages in, so I don't really know how to judge it. So I do have that. Otherwise, I'm not going to be getting very big books, more likely, probably more of the manga, shorter stuff, just because with some of my classes, the readings for them could get pretty lengthy, such as the one class we are going to be reading Gulliver's Travels, Small Flanders, Roxana, Robinson Crusoe, and possibly another one of Jonathan Swift and Daniel Defoe. So yeah, there's those and 4 other classes. So I don't know how much time I'll actually have free time to read and everything. So yep, I don't really know about that, but yeah. Yes, so that is what I got for this library haul. As I said, always give me music suggestions, because that's the hardest thing I always have finding, even though they have so much music to choose from. It's like, because I only really like 1 or 2 songs from certain people, and a lot of the times they're from people who the rest of the music they make is trash. So it's like, I don't want to get it just with 2 songs. It's like, yeah. So yes, music suggestions is always helpful, and yeah. I am still trying to kick through Arrow. Recently, I actually started Flash, because when I started season 3 of Arrow, I had 2 episodes, I think it's 7 or 8 in Arrow, to where it begins with recently on the Arrow and Flash, because they each have an episode each to where they cross into each other, but they're completely different. So it's like, oh, well, I can't watch that because apparently, and this is something you should know, this isn't a spoiler, the Arrow's episode where the Flash comes in takes place after the Flash episode where the Arrow goes to Star City. Not Star, Central City. So I went and I was like, oh, I knew at some point they crossed. So I was like, oh, okay, this is where it is. So I stopped Arrow and I started watching Flash, and oh, I really, really love that. I've always been a huge fan of Flash. He was one of the first superheroes that I really loved. And if you've watched Lego Batman, I've mentioned it a couple of times. So really into that. And then, of course, we got to the cross episode. So I watched the Flash one first, and then I watched the Arrow one. And then I sort of just continued with Arrow just because I had been on that a whole lot more. But what I've seen so far of Flash is it's just amazing. I still haven't finished season 3 of Arrow. I'm close. I'm like 5 or so episodes away, I think. So I'm getting close, and I'm only like halfway through the first season of Flash. But oh, it's so good right now. So yes, I am watching those in my free time off my computer. There's a website I watch them from. So yes, one of the things I've slightly been staring at on my screen is Adventure Capitalist. I don't know if any of you got caught onto this craze that came out almost a year ago. It was like almost an exact year or a little over a year ago. And this became a huge craze on the computer first, before it actually became iPhone app game. And I never got into the computer one. But my friends, the Bilbies, did, and I sort of watched them. I was like, okay. But then the app came out for the phone. I was like, I'll try it. And I immediately became addicted, and I actually was addicted to it up until, oh, when was it? I think it was November. Sometime within the past couple months, I ended up deleting it, only because I wasn't on it very much, and yeah, I just wasn't as happy with it as I once was of being addicted to. So I've gotten rid of that, and now I'm on the computer version of it. I'm not making much money or stuff. Yeah, I haven't even reset once. So if any of you understand that mumbo jumbo. So yep, maybe someday I'll get the iPhone 1 back on here and do that as a Mobile Monday. Who knows? Which, speaking of which, stuff about Mobile Monday will be mentioned in the blog post same day this goes out. Yes. And that is actually probably going to do it, just because I have some other stuff I need to take care of tonight that are very boring and are not worth mentioning, just because it's school stuff. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys there. Thank you very much for watching, sort of getting back into the hang of this. Hopefully it'll get better, trying to do this at least once a week. Who knows, possibly Thursdays. Who knows, maybe not Thursdays. Maybe I'll cut back from them. Who knows. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Lego MacGyver. To all you master builders out there, stay bricky, keep building. I'll see you all next time.